you're going to be working double duty that night. So you're going to be in the corner of Jessie Magdelano, who fights Nonito Donaire for his world title, as Jason quickly just made a surprise cameo right now in this interview. How's Jessie doing so far in this camp? And talk to me about the challenge that is Nonito Donaire.
Oh, wow, Jesse's doing great, man. I mean, I love where he's at right now at this moment in time. I can honestly tell you that he's already peaked. He's already peaked. He's already right where I want him to be. And now it's just a question of maintaining him there, keeping him there. And obviously, the weight, maintaining the weight. The weight's coming along great. Mostly that's what we're focusing on right now. Just we still have 3 weeks to go, and a little over 3 weeks. And it's right now it's just a matter of how do I keep him at top level, right where he's at right now, and keep him motivated, keep him focused, of course. And that's not very hard. I mean, when you're fighting for a world title, it's not hard to get motivated, right? So, things are coming along great, physically, mentally. He's right where I want him to be. And then, obviously, we're fighting, one of the best fighters in the world with Nonito Donaire, man, and we don't take anything away from Nonito. We're not looking past Nonito again, just like Oscar and every one of my boys. We never look past anyone. We treat every fight the same way. Every fight is a world. To me, every fight is a world title fight, man. There's no such thing as a tuna fight, an easy fight. You know that. This is a fight game. All it takes is one punch. So we must be ready. We have to be ready. And Nonito, I mean, what can you say about Nonito, man? I mean, he's a multiple world champion in different weight categories. The current WBO super bantamweight champion of the world. So, of course, I mean, Nonito's, dude, he's a man. But guess what? I mean, we have somebody in Jessie Magdelano that's hungry, and that he's willing to put his life on the line inside that ring that night to become the new super bantamweight WBO world champion.
Do you see it as a fight that might be a slow-paced fight, or do you see it right from the get-go? Jessie, you're going to send Jessie to go right after him and pressure him, seeing what happened in the Walters fight, and seeing, in the other fights that he's had.
It's a different fight, of course, different fighters, different characteristics, and Jessie does not fight like Nicholas Walters, and plus he's a southpaw. So we have to come out with a different approach. I mean, I can't tell you what that approach is. I can't tell you what the plan is, but what I can tell you, the same as Oscar, is that we're ready to go 12 hard rounds. We're not taking him lightly. We're not taking shortcuts. We're not looking to go 2 or 3 rounds. If we can get the knockout in 2 or 3 rounds, so be it. But we're ready to go 12 hard rounds.
Looking at Nonito, a lot of people have mentioned that he's not the same fighter anymore. He's not showing it as much heart as he used to. Do you see that? Not at all. And why don't you see that?
I don't believe that, man. I don't believe that. I mean, there's a saying in boxing: you're only as good as your last fight, right? Well, look at his last fight, man. I mean, he won by knockout. I mean, when he won the world title, the first half of the fight, I don't know why, but I mean, it's on him, it's on the coach. But the first half of the fight, he was winning by a shutout. The second half of the fight, he tired out. I've been watching a lot of videos, of course. That's my job as a coach, is to watch videos on Nonito, and you know what? I don't think Nonito's gonna come in taking Jessie for granted. I think you're going to be, to me, and this is the way we look at things, is you have to expect Nonito to come in the best shape way possible. You know what I mean? He's going to be ready for Jessie. Because that's how you have to treat every fight. You have to respect your opponent, of course, but you have to know that your opponent is working hard and in Nonito's case, to defend the world title. So we understand that. We don't think Nonito's, we never have ever, Jessie and I have ever thought that Nonito's over the hill, he's past his best days. Not at all. Not at all. I wouldn't be respecting Nonito if I sat here and told you we're gonna knock this guy out. We're gonna, no, we're expecting a best Nonito. We're expecting a tough Nonito, and we're gonna be ready for him. We're expecting the best Nonito ever, and we're gonna be ready for him that night.
In terms of weight, I know his side has brought up, hey, he better make weight or we might call off the fight. I know that's a worry for a lot of people. To me, he looked good. He looked pretty shredded already, but talk to me about that. He is going to make weight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both Frank Espinosa, Jesse's manager, and I have, I gave him my word that don't you worry, Jesse's gonna come in on weight. We're not gonna have an issue. He's right where I want him to be at this point in time. He's looking great. He's looking good. Weight's coming along great. So it should not be a problem. It should not be a problem whatsoever.
And on a final note, if you guys win this fight, that'd be the second champion that you've had in a year. Certainly, it has to put you in conversation for Trainer of the Year.
It's people tell me that. People mention that to me, but I just, I stay grounded, man. And I keep my feet on the ground and just keep working hard, because I'm not here for me. I'm here for them. The moment the moment you you oversee things, or you start taking things for granted, and again with our opponents, that's when things catch up to you, and I'm not gonna allow that to happen. We're here. So you guys can see, you've been here today, and you see how hard we work. It's like this every day. It ain't like this because you're here. It's like this because this is how we work every day. We are a product of our environment, and we're here to work hard. We're here because, now Jesse's fighting for the world title, and then hopefully, we have fighters like Shabransky, and then, and so forth and so on, and then Jason Quigley, and yes. That they're looking for that. They also want to become world champions. And they're all feeding off one another. They're all feeding off of Oscar. Now Jesse's feeding off of Oscar. And why not? Why not? Why not Oscar? Why not Jesse? Why not Quigley? Why not Shabransky and many of the other fighters that I work with, Negrete? They all have the potential to reach their goals and their dreams. I'm just here to help. That's all I'm here for. I'm here to help them. I'm here to try and make them better and reach their goals. Right? Again, I'm not here for me. I'm here for them.
All right, Manny, thanks for having us here at the gym. It was great seeing you, as well as seeing Oscar and Jesse train. This guy will be in both their corners working double duty November 5th on pay-per-view. Don't miss it. It should be a great night of action.